Let's get on to the first main topic today. And our first main topic today comes to us from Gustavo, who writes, "Hey John, I don't know if you've heard, but it has been reported that the movie ticket service Sinemia, the big, counter to MoviePass, has officially closed their services. I honestly thought it was a better alternative to MoviePass. Any thoughts on this? Thanks." All right, thanks a lot, Gustavo. And yep, now one little correction. They have not closed all their services, but they have officially now closed their services to the US market. No longer, they closed it effective immediately. No longer is it available. Now, before I get into my opinions on this, let's go over and take a look at the official letter that they put out to their membership announcing the closing of their US services. Let's take a look at this. "Dear customer," they wrote, "today, with a heavy heart, we are announcing that Sinemia is closing its doors and ending operations in the U.S. effective immediately. As Sinemia, we set out our journey, with the vision to help as many moviegoers as possible to enjoy an affordable and better experience at the movies by creating a movie ticket subscription service that adds value for both the moviegoer and the movie industry. Since 2014, we've been fine-tuning our model and serving moviegoers with a slate of affordable and flexible subscription plans. We are all witnessing that the future of moviegoing is evolving through movie ticket subscriptions. However, we didn't see a path to sustainability as an independent movie ticket subscription service in the face of competition from movie theaters as they build their own subscriptions. Thanks to the cost advantage and cross-sell opportunities, movie theaters will be prominent in movie ticket subscription economy. While we are proud to have created a best-in-market service, our efforts to cover the costs of unexpected legal proceedings and raise the funds required to continue operations have not been sufficient. The competition in the U.S. market and the core economics of what it costs to deliver Sinemia's end-to-end experience ultimately led us to the decision of discontinuing our U.S. operations. Despite the best efforts of our team, it has been difficult for us as a startup to continue providing our services to the moviegoers in the U.S. without resources and enough capital to meet increased operations and legal costs. We want to sincerely thank our customers and believed in us and helped us along the way for their love and support. We are so grateful to have had the opportunity to share our dream with you. Sinemia Inc. All right, guys, so there you go. Sinemia is now officially, at least for the North American market and maybe wider as time progresses, is now off the table. It's done. Let me give you my thoughts on Sinemia and the situation at hand. I was an early subscriber to MoviePass, even before they went to their $9.99 a month deal that ultimately killed them. I was a member when I was paying like $30 a month, for MoviePass, and they changed it and all that kind of stuff. But as time went on with MoviePass, I started to realize they were a fundamentally morally bankrupt company. And when I realized, and it started to become apparent, that their business strategy at MoviePass was they understood when they changed their price plan to $9.99 a month, they knew that wasn't sustainable. They knew it. They 100% knew that they couldn't stay in business with that. Their plan, as it became apparent, was to gather up as many subscribers as possible and then use that subscriber base as blackmail leverage to blackmail movie theater chains and movie studios into cutting them into a piece of their action with the threat of cut us in on your subscription service or cut us in on your concession stands, or we might not let our 3 million subscribers go to movies at your theaters. Be a shame if that happened. I mean, that's mafia kind of techniques. Anyway, and I became quite disgusted with it. But I love the model. As a film fan, I love the idea of a subscription service. Sinemia came along and offered a vastly superior service at a higher price point, but a price point that was definitely more sustainable than what MoviePass was doing, but without a business plan that entailed them being able to strong-arm movie theaters and studios into cutting them in on their action. I switched over to Sinemia. Actually, I carried both cards, MoviePass and Sinemia, for a while. But I eventually just moved exclusively to Sinemia and was very happy with the service. However, As time has progressed, and I think they laid it out very well in their message to their subscribers, they just became unable to keep up with the demand. We started seeing more and more people complain about never getting a response from customer service on things. Then a short time ago, we started seeing people started getting their accounts blocked and all that kind of stuff. All signs that this was just not going to work. They tried. They had a good idea. They were trying to do it the right way. But it started to become clear, and this is why a couple of weeks ago, you remember on this show, I said, guys, I like Sinemia, but I cannot recommend anybody use them now because clearly they're not able to keep up. This isn't working. And so it's not really surprising to you, to me, that we then get this notification. And again, Sinemia is showing that they were classier than MoviePass. MoviePass trying to do more rounds, diversifying, splitting up their stock price to artificially inflate the stock price, changing system plans 85 times over, continuing to burn through money. Sinemia just came out and did the classy thing. Said, guys, we had a vision. It didn't work. We weren't able to keep up. We weren't able to keep up with the supply and demand that our customers deserved, and we just need to close down operations. And I respect that. In the grand scheme of things, too, the other thing they pointed out in their email was absolutely true, and we knew this was coming. As soon as movie theaters started instituting their own subscription services, it became apparent that things like MoviePass and Sinemia were not long for this world. As they pointed out in their message, movie theaters also carry a big advantage because they want to get people into their theaters, but then they make more money off those people coming to theaters through concession stands and loyalty and all that kind of stuff. They just had too many advantages over independent subscription services like a MoviePass or, in this case, a Sinemia. I'm grateful as a film fan that MoviePass tried coming into the North America market, even if I didn't like the way they did it. I'm grateful that Sinemia then came in to try to improve upon that model. And I'm glad in the role that both of them played, MoviePass and Sinemia, into motivating and moving movie theater chains more in that direction to adopting their own subscription services, to the point now that we have AMC A-List that I believe is the greatest thing to ever happen to film fans. So it is the closing of a chapter, and it's too bad. Sinemia played a big part in where we are today, but they're not going to be able to enjoy any of the benefits because they just did it in such a way that wasn't sustainable. So they started to fall behind. They were unable to keep up with the customer needs, and eventually they had to close their doors. They gave it a shot, and it didn't work. But I respect them for giving it a shot and giving it a shot the right way. That's my thoughts on the Sinemia stuff. Guys, what do you think about the Sinemia situation? Jump down into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.